So KSI versus Tommy Fury was just announced for October 14th, and Logan Paul will also be fighting on the card. Y'all let me know who you think Logan Paul could be taking on and who you would like to see Logan Paul taking on. I know a lot of people are saying they think it's Dylan Dennis, but I don't think it's going to be Dylan Dennis because of the shadiness that went down before. They probably don't want to risk another thing of, him pulling out early and them having to scramble for another opponent and then people not liking who the opponent is and all this stuff. So I don't think it's going to be Dylan Dennis, but y'all let me know who you think it might be. Yeah, and let me know who you would want for Logan Paul's opponent to be for his return to boxing. And as we all know, every influencer and their mama wants to be on this card. So this is going to be a stacked one. I can't wait to go live for it for you guys. It's going to be a fun night. So now to get on to the main topic. As we all know, everyone's covering this. The whole world, as we all know, Terrence Crawford dominates Errol Spence and becomes the undefeated, unified welterweight champion of the world. Both guys have agreed to move up to 154 for their next fight. And, I didn't know this, but apparently there is a rematch clause and Errol Spence is looking like he's going to act on it and put it into effect. Errol Spence wants that rematch. He already said he's going to activate that rematch clause. And only thing he asked is that it happens at 154. And Terrence Crawford said that he's good with it. He was planning on going up to 154 to challenge Jermell Charlo anyways. So Terrence Crawford said he's fine with doing a rematch at 154. So this is going to be interesting. I know a lot of people out there do not want to see a rematch because of how dominating the performance was. A lot of people. But at the end of the day, at 154, it's a different weight class. Errol's going to be bigger. He's not going to be as weight drained. I don't know. Errol might be stronger. Crawford might be a little bit slower. I think the biggest factor in that fight was Crawford's speed, and his craftiness was just too much for Spence. But at 154, it's a pretty decent jump, and I think it'll be interesting to see in the second fight if there's any differences. And should Errol Spence pull off probably the biggest upset and shock the world, because everyone is going to be backing Terrence Crawford in this fight, we could see one of the biggest trilogies in boxing history. But y'all let me know. I'm sure y'all don't want to see a rematch, but I'm actually kind of interested. Normally in these kind of circumstances, like similar to the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight, when they were going into that third fight, I was like, we've already seen who's the better man. But, the third fight turned out to be the best of the three. So who knows? Maybe in this rematch, Errol Spence might turn it on, have some moments in there, and this fight might be better. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying they don't want to see it, but hey, man, don't judge a book by its cover. I'll just say that, because Errol Spence can make a resurgence. And then, as I mentioned before, I slowly glanced over it. Yes, Terrence Crawford plans to move up to fight the undisputed 154-pound champion Jermell Charlo. And as we all have seen before, Jermell Charlo is taking on Canelo Alvarez, but I think regardless whether he wins or loses, Terrence Crawford is very, very interested and invested in that fight, because at the end of the day, Jermell Charlo is moving up a considerable amount of weight to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's still going to be the top dog in 154 pounds. Jermell Charlo was in the building there. Crawford, after dealing with Spence, did flex on Charlo a little bit in the crowd. So it was an interesting little interaction between the two. And I would love to see this fight. Terrence Crawford, the crafty, super, super fast, small guy, taking on the much bigger Jermell Charlo with that punching power. I honestly like Terrence Crawford's odds in this fight if it were to go down. Yeah, let me know what you think about all this stuff in the comments down below. And of course, this weekend it's going down. We got Jake Paul taking on Nate Diaz. So I will be live for that one around 8 p.m. Eastern time. Hope to see some of you guys back for that one, and I'll catch you in the next video.